Blessed to know the best at all times. Oh my God, it's my man, Paul Daly on that pretty left hook, hitting you in your goddamn liver. My man, Nottingham's own.
That's the intro. That's the intro.
You already know. Man, I'm blessed to know the best, like I always say, and it's for these reasons. I've known this brother for a long time. Back in the day, running the backstages with the OG Burt Watson, and ran into my man Paul Daley, the realest motherfucker from England, if you ain't know. I did. And he been the same the whole time. What's up, Paul?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man.
Good.
Here. How you like New York City? I'm sorry it's a little snowy.
Yeah, I like the experience. You know, it's
Nice.
It's always good to get out to these new places.
Absolutely.
New
You come to New York a
experiences.
lot or no?
I've been once before.
Okay.
I've been once before doing some press and stuff. But this is, I feel like I've got a better feeling for the place this time. I've seen a little more, even though it's just been 2 days.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love the energy right now.
Yep.
You seem like you're in a very happy, serene place.
Yep.
Foams. I see what's going on. Faith of a mustard.
That's
Yo, this
it.
man is on his
Faith of a
spirituality.
mustard seed. Yeah,
Talk
man.
about the maturation and evolution of Paul Daly, because some folks just know you for the knockout. They don't even understand the philosophies that you have, bro.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's a very real thing that you said there. You know, and my whole evolution as a person has come through martial arts and a lot of reading, a lot of listening, and you know, I've been in the game a while now, made a few mistakes.
That's right.
And I feel like I'm in a good place right now. I feel like I'm on the right path, and look where we are in this big fight.
Absolutely. Got the team. Shout out to Rupert and the whole squad. You got them all here from England. This is a big fight, man.
Yeah, very big fight. I mean, you got two British guys,
That's right,
English guys fighting in America.
in America.
In America,
Yeah.
you know, that in itself is something. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And the reception that we've got, you know, has been crazy. We've done a lot, and it just goes to show not only myself and the promotion, but you know, Michael as well. You know,
Right.
we've done our job as athletes. We've done our job as entertainers, and we're here. And both of us should be very proud of what we've done now.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go a little deeper. You know, this is America, and not only is it the fact that you two are British headlining in America, you two are men of color main eventing this thing.
Yes, sir.
That's huge.
That is huge.
And it's a shift.
That is huge.
Because people are genuinely intrigued about this fight.
Yeah.
You guys aren't even from the States.
I know.
Just talk about that part of it as well. Just that's trailblazing to me in MMA.
Yeah, definitely. You know, for a long time, mixed martial arts has not really been marketed in the way to attract black people, and you know, to put it in that term.
Absolutely.
And I feel like. Yeah, me and Michael Page, we're playing our part. We're two very different characters, but again, we're representing the same thing essentially. And I think, like I say, we've done a good job. And I think that's not only down to our upbringing, but to martial arts as well. So, you know, I think that's a very important thing that I have to highlight, is that both of us could have gone to different places, doing different things had it not been for martial arts as well. So I gotta put martial arts at the forefront.
I want to slow it down a bit. I want to bring cats back to the beginning. For those who might not know Paul Daly, and if you don't, you slow. But at the end of the day, we got to talk about Nottingham. We got to talk about Paul Daly's maturation into martial arts. How did this happen for you? What brought you into the martial arts? Yeah,
for me, like, you know, in the 80s, I don't know how it was over here, but for a young man in England, especially in the black community, there was a big attachment towards martial arts in itself. You know, karate, kung fu, Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee.
We used to have kung fu Sundays or kung fu Saturdays out here.
I think every day was a kung fu day for me and my family. And my dad was a massive martial arts fan, and that was my first sort of exposure to the martial arts. And then from there, I went to karate, and then karate to adolescence, which was not necessarily fighting in a ring, but fighting elsewhere. And then again, realizing that wasn't the path to be on, and then finding the true essence of martial arts again. Not to mention the fact that I could get paid doing what I'm good at.
Yeah, getting a bag.
Yeah, it's not bad. Absolutely. So that's kind of how it happened, from movies to reality, to being lost, fighting, you know, away from the ring, to coming back round, to realizing that there's an opportunity for me to do what I love and make a life out of it, a career, earn some money. Yeah.
2003.
Yes.
You started as a kickboxer and MMA.
Yeah.
Which one was the first love, if any, and what made you decide to do both pretty much at the same time? Or was it even at the same time, or was one just happen to happen?
It was my coach. You know, you mentioned him earlier on, Rupert Smiley has been my coach since day one.
The man with the second best ball head in the game. The first is right here.
Yeah, he's been my coach since day one. You know, not only a coach but a mentor. You know,
that's right.
You know, I spoke to you off camera about Bernard Hopkins, but
yes,
Rupert for me is that figure in my life. You know, he's been always guiding me from day one, and it was part of the plan always from the beginning to try and do kickboxing and mixed martial arts because. Right. Rupert comes from Muay Thai, from kickboxing, and you know, if that's my first instructor, that's what I'm going to specialize in. But to truly understand the sport, I have to compete in the sport. So that's what we did. And really, MMA wasn't really where it is now back then. So I just wanted to fight. You know, like I said, at the time I had a lot of energy. I was getting into trouble fighting. So it was a way for me to put that energy in the right place, and I was fighting, getting experience, and doing what I needed to do to get to where I am today.
Yeah, and you've definitely, you know, pushed yourself out of your comfort zone many times as well. I know you trained in Thailand.
Yep.
Shout out to my man Dorian Price. I know you know him.
Yep.
Talk about even that, like, because I feel like true martial artists are always looking for the next challenge, even if it's not a check on some levels, which Thailand would be, right? Just pushing the boundaries.
Most definitely.
What's that like?
It's not just Thailand. Like, I search for new experiences to kind of develop myself as a human being, you know.
Sure.
And I've always said, like, I seek perfection, but perfection is unattainable, so my journey is endless. So I'm always looking for something to better myself. Nice. But I know I'm never going to get there 100%. So, and martial arts has that philosophy. And, you know, I've been to Thailand to train Muay Thai. I've been to Holland to train Dutch kickboxing. I've been in the ring with boxing world champions. I've been on the mats with Olympic wrestlers. I've been on the mats with BJJ champions, and that's just everything is done to better myself. So it's and that's pretty much the essence of martial arts, you know.
You're dropping jewels right now, by the way.
Yes, sir.
You're educating the masses, my man. Most people will probably ask you, like, did Paul Daly ever think about boxing? I mean, clearly your hands are vicious. Is that ever a thought? Is that something that's on the plan?
It wasn't, and I've always been good at boxing, but my heart was with martial arts, and maybe my dad was a big Mike Tyson fan. He was a big Nigel Benn fan, and so I had that exposure to boxing as well. But me as a person, I kind of like the mystique of martial arts. For me, boxing was good. You know, I like watching Tyson, ferocious, you know, earning money and living a crazy lifestyle. That appealed.
You wanted a tiger. You wanted a tiger. I knew he was on some shit.
No, I wanted two tigers. Shit. No, that appealed to me as well. But the mystical side, like, of martial arts was what really got me, you know. Away from Kung Fu or karate, like the main character from martial arts that I really held on to was the ninjas, because they were sneaky, they could disappear, they could control people's mind, climb buildings, fly, and turn into rats and all kinds of shit, you know. I just
shout out to Splinter in the TMT franchise.
You know, man. I love the ninjas. So it was the mystique of martial arts that got me. But I love boxing. Like I say, I've been in there with great boxers, and I always have boxing as part of my training camps. I follow boxing a lot. I read the autobiographies. I learn a lot from what boxers have done and are doing now, and try and apply that to what I'm doing in mixed martial arts.
Yeah, what up, my ninja? I gotta say,
what up, my ninja?
It's so funny you mentioned Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
because you've been called the Mike Tyson of MMA. From day one.
Yes,
basically. Sometimes reputations, nicknames can stick with people, and they can become a burden, so to speak, where it's like, I'm only here for the knockouts.
Yeah.
I don't even want to understand Paul Daly as a true martial artist. Do you feel ostracized or pigeonholed as a fighter sometimes?
I do, and that's why I like these opportunities. The more of these opportunities I get to speak and people to hear me and to understand really what I'm about, you know, I'm embracing it a little bit more, and I want to talk more. Do you know what I mean? I want to really let them know what I'm about. Because yeah, I'm a knockout artist, and yeah, in the cage, I do embrace the persona of that Mike Tyson, like the beast, the killer, and I am only there for the knockout.
Sure.
Let's not get it twisted. I am only in that cage.
Let's not get it twisted.
Yeah, I'm only in that cage to knock people out.
Head hit out here from Nottingham with love, man.
Yes. But yeah, I can embrace that side of me, but it's important for me as well that people understand my motivations behind getting into the cage and into mixed martial arts.
That's awesome. Spirit Dojo, that's your dojo?
Spirit Dojo, it's there in the name as well. I'm embracing everything spiritual. And you know, you mentioned earlier on foam, faith for the mustard seed. See, all these little things that are things that make up my character, but people don't see it.
Yeah, you've been dropping little hits. That's why I wanted to talk about this.
They don't see it. They
don't see your Deepak Chopra shit. No. I see this shit, man. Your fucking aura's glowing.
Deepak Chopra. Shit, yeah.
No, seriously.
No. Yeah, but no. I am. I'm a deep thinker, and I do read a lot, and I'm very analytic. I like to you know, assess a situation, break it down, and approach it in the right way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Man, we got to get back into MVP.
Yes.
Now, what is this, first and foremost? Meaning, is this real beef? Is this manufactured beef? Is it some jealous? Is this some British shit? What is this? What's going on?
It's not manufactured. You know what it is? I just think that there was some kind of underlying issue with Michael that I kind of brought out, you know. I've got no...
You're affecting his mood.
I'm affecting in a big way. In a big way. I've got no ill feeling towards the guy, you know what I mean? It's just like, I made a comment. I said, you know, someone asked me, like, do you see Michael Page in your future? After I knocked out Brendan Ward, I'm like, I don't see him in my future. He's Adrian Broner and Floyd Mayweather. And that didn't sit well with him. Now, for me, that already shows some kind of... Maybe he felt like already with me being at Bellator, he's in my shadow, because he was a guy at Bellator for UK MMA. He was doing his thing. It was all about Page, and I signed on again. And then all of a sudden it's a Semtex show.
That was a baby flex. That was a baby flex you did. That was a baby flex. That was a baby flex. Come on, Paul. I know you. That was a baby flex.
I'm trying to keep this. I'm trying to keep it. As it was intended. I don't want to drift away. I don't want to drift away. But I just said it. You know, Floyd Mayweather is ahead of the game. It's not a matter of ability. It's a matter of a position and standing in the game. And Michael say, well, look, you know, you did start before me. I was ahead of you. But Michael's comeback is that I'm where you are now. You know, we're fighting each other, and that's. I appreciate that, and Michael's a fantastic fighter, extremely capable, flamboyant. He's done what he needed to do on social media. He's played the game right, and congratulations to him. But in my mind, it's still the same. He's Adrian Broner, and I'm Floyd Mayweather, and that frustrates him.
Do you feel that even, and again, not to go too deep into Michael Venom Page, but do you feel that on some level he just doesn't respect your veteran status? As someone that's been around the way, seen it from all levels?
In a way, yeah. He makes some comments that for me just don't seem right. And for me, it's kind of like he's believing his own hype. And for me, this is going to be a good experience for him, because I feel like in everybody's career, there's a time, whether it means a loss or whatever, for him it's going to mean a loss, but you need to be humbled, you know? Work hard, stay humble. He's worked extremely hard, but now he seems to be, he seems to believe his own hype, and we've seen that in the past. And when it gets to that stage, especially in a fighting sport, when you got to go in there and you got to back up your words, and you got to execute what you're saying time and time over again, it's a horrible place to get caught out, especially in a fight of this magnitude, and it's definitely going to be humbling for him.
Absolutely. We're in the welterweight tournament.
Yep.
Bellator to me is championing tournaments.
Yep.
Do tournaments get you more excited as opposed to just singular fights because you can see it kind of ahead of you laid out, or is it just another day at the office?
This fight is just another day at the office, but the fact that it's packaged in the tournament is massive. For me, getting into the sport, I'm thinking pride. I'm thinking, confetti falling down from the ceiling. I'm thinking big crowds, big check, and I've always wanted to do that. That's been my motivation in the sport, to take part in a tournament. For me, a tournament is the ultimate form of mixed martial art competition. You haven't got someone sat up there at the top that says, right, this guy's got so many Instagram followers, so he's gonna fight this guy. You know, it's you know,
Millennial Fighting Championship. Shout out
the best of the best. The best of the best fighting each other. So yeah.
There's another guy in this tournament that just made it, Douglas Lima. You and this guy after the tournament.
Beast.
I mean, have some history.
Yep.
And as well as his coach, Home Carnero, and all that.
Yep.
What did that? I mean, how did that even start? Was that literally just like fight beef, or was that something real from the past?
I don't even know. Do you know what it is? It's like what you said about the persona of Semtex. People, without meeting me, they already have that opinion, so already their guard's up. Already they approach me in a different way because they think, like, I see this guy in the cage, like, you know, I'm gonna show him that, you know, I'm bigger, I'm badder, or whatever. But for me, I'm just like, no matter what you do, if you're signed to fight me, you're gonna fight me. And I give Douglas Lima his props because he's a phenomenal athlete. He's a beast. He beat me. He was the champion. But that's a fight I look forward to getting again. And really, out of all the fights, if I could pick a fight, if I could have picked a fight for my first tournament fight, I would have picked Douglas Lima because I truly believe I have the beating of him. I made a mistake, and I hold him in as a fighter. I hold him in much higher regard than Michael Page, and I feel like I could really take him out.
I'm actually surprised you said that because I think when everybody saw you going to fight Michael Venom Page for the first round, everybody was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, because
like, yes, thank you,
Rich
Chew. Shout out to Rich Chew. Good job, Scott Coker. What's happening? That was official. I'm sorry, I'm taking that away.
No,
that
good.
shit was dope. We all collectively were like, "Oh shit!"
But that's because Michael's done a fantastic job. Michael he's played his card at his social media bit, and me from I've kind of just sat in the back and just let him do everything. And when the time's right, I executed. You know, and Saturday night I'm going to execute. Like he's great. Social media, I can't match him. Shout out to Michael Page's his marketing team and those guys that pay for his sponsored YouTube and Instagram views. They've done a fantastic job and they've put a lot of money into it. But I'm afraid that come Saturday night, those dollars have been spent unwisely, and he's going to get knocked out.
You're giving a lot of baby flex love, though. There's a lot of love still with this. Your aura's like green tea right now.
It's green tea, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm good. You know, this fight is about being composed and being executed. I can't be something that I'm not. And in the cage, I have a character. This is me. What you're getting now, this is me. I'm a very relaxed guy. You know, I have a wife. I have 2 kids. I've got responsibilities. I can't be up here like Michael Page wearing sunglasses in a lit room that sunglasses are not required. The sun isn't out. No, it's not. But I understand what he's doing. I can't do anything that is not me. I have to be myself. And I feel like if I do that, then the people that are really with me are going to stay with me. Let's see what happens when this guy gets humbled and he's not doing so much of the showmanship. Let's see how many fans he retains when he has to really be himself. We'll see.
My man, I got to talk to you about some real shit now.
Yeah, go.
Now, there was an incident that happened. We're going to talk about this.
Yeah.
I was actually at this fight.
Yeah.
We're not going to go all the way into it, but there was a situation with you and Josh Koscheck. We know about this in Montreal.
Yeah.
Okay, little sucker punch situation. That's what they called it.
Yeah.
But when you look at what happened with Conor McGregor at the Barclays Center, even fast forward into Khabib Nurmagomedov, which I think he's the most gangster man in MMA. Because I'm sorry, you talk shit about my pops, I'm jumping over the cage too.
On your head.
Okay, that's me. But at the end of the day, regardless, these were interactions that happened around other people. Other people got hurt. What you did was singular.
Yeah.
Is what it is. But you were banned.
Yeah.
Never been a change from that quote-unquote banishment. Do you feel that, not saying you want to go across the party line to another promotion, but just for factual actuals, was that just in relation looking at bigger melee component situations that have occurred nowadays.
Yeah.
In your opinion?
I see the comparison and I can see the angle, because I've had this question before. I see the angle where people are coming from. But for me personally, I have to look at it from a different perspective, in that the sport where it was when I was there is not the mainstream sport that it is today. The revenue that was generated when I was involved is not the revenue that's generated today. And maybe they was on the cusp of that. Maybe I was going to mess things up. So, and nothing like this had been done before. So maybe Dana didn't know how to react. So it's like, I got to ban him. He couldn't compare it to anything else. So his immediate thought is to ban me. Now, if I compare it to the things that went on with Khabib and McGregor, there's a lot of money involved. And when you got two of the main guys that are bringing in the money involved in these incidents, you can't. It would be stupid. I got to look at it from a business point of view and say, look, okay, I got a guy that's working for me that brings in $30, $40, $50 million. He's done something stupid. Now, am I going to put what I've got at risk just to
It's a lot on the line.
You know?
Yeah.
I got to be realistic. I see where everybody's coming from. Maybe it would be different. Maybe if it was like my career hadn't gone how it's gone. Maybe if I wasn't sat here with you today. Maybe if I wasn't on ESPN. Maybe if I wasn't main eventing the card on February 16th. Maybe I'd hold a little bit more of a grudge. But I'm still doing fine. I'm still doing well. I'm still one of very few British MMA fighters that can come to the States and main event a card. And I've been doing this since 2007. Absolutely. So if I was not in the position that I'm in today, then I'd be on a different side of the fence. But for me, I got to look at it from a business point of view. And when there's that kind of money involved, you know, I can't hate on the decision that was made and the actions and the penalties that they received, because it's all about money. And I hate it, but that's the world.
Absolutely.
That's the world.
When you look at money, since we're talking about money, you know, Conor McGregor famously fought Floyd Mayweather and made a big-ass bag.
Yep.
Obviously, again, is this something you even think about? Like, you know what, maybe I'll do a one-off or two if the right boxer name came around.
Yeah.
On your side, because clearly England is popping.
I would do it.
I
would do it.
Yeah.
And I know I've got the ability to do it. And if the money's right, I would do it. But I don't think the money's there, and I don't think I'll be given the opportunity. I've been in there with boxers. I do well against boxers, but I just don't see the opportunity being there for me. But would I turn down $100 million? Hell no. I wouldn't. Well, who would? Who would turn it down? I'd get in there. I'd fight anybody for $100 million. But I don't think the opportunity is coming. And again, I don't hate on McGregor taking advantage of it. I'm just as I've got older, I see things much more straight. Like I try and see things as they are. I strip things back and I look at it for what it is. And 9 times out of 10, it comes down to money. And would I, like you say, you were talking about a bag, would I turn the bag down? No, I'm going to take that money all day.
No doubt.
All day.
When you're talking about the British fight scene, do you interact or network with other boxers? I mean, clearly boxing's on fire in the UK. Do you talk to these guys? Do y'all chill? You know, Anthony Joshua, Kell Brook.
It would be nice if it was like that. And I know they're fans. I think Chris Eubank's a massive fan of mixed martial arts as well. Right. I had the opportunity to go and spar him.
Nice.
But
Junior.
It did. Chris Eubank Jr. It didn't come about. I ended up sparring another guy. I think he got injured.
Okay.
But it would be nice, because even that would elevate the sport more if it was like that, because we're all in combat sports. Everybody's got a similar background. You know, you're not 9 times out of 10, if you're fighting, you're not coming from a middle class, privately educated school. Sure. You're coming from a place where you've had to grind really hard and work yourself up to the position that you're in now. So it would be good, but for me, a lot of people are not willing to share the limelight. That's the way I see it, and it's bad and it's sad, and it's.
Oh, so it's like America.
Yeah. No. I say that. I say that a lot, but it is. It is. It's like if you get to a certain position in your life, people are not willing to support you, and it because they feel like they should be in your position. But why not? Let's all get to that position. Let's help each other and put ourselves in a position where we can do the things that we want to do. You know?
Did you watch Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury?
I did.
What did you think about that fight?
I thought it was a fantastic fight. Yeah. To be honest, I thought Fury was going to get knocked out. I just didn't see him winning, but for him to display the courage
Right.
and the toughness that he did was.
Did Tyson Fury get a 12 count or a 10 count?
I see what he's saying. No, but I never looked at it from that way. But
right.
I see what Wilder was saying. But
Right.
I don't know. Yeah. It was a good fight, and it makes sense. Like I said, rather than whether he got a 10 or 12 count, let's look at what's happened. The rematch is happening, and let's strip it all away. There's someone at the top somewhere who's saying, I like the way this worked out.
Big
so
time.
maybe it was a 12 count, but that call comes down from the top saying we need to do this again. This fight made too much money. We want to get paid again. So
And, yeah.
you got to look at it for what it is. I'm not a skeptic. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I see things the way they are. And in the heavyweight division, if Anthony Joshua ain't putting on the big fight with Wilder, he's not gonna fight him straight away. And there's an opportunity to do Tyson Fury Wilder again.
Right.
We'll give him a 10 count.
Absolutely. I feel you.
You know?
It's interesting you say that because Tyson Fury, to me, gained extreme market share in America based on that fight. I mean, before then, he came over here, started training, and Americans love him.
Yeah.
But I think based on the way he fought that fight, he gained way more fans in the States, probably than Deontay even might have now.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
And why is that? Why do you
I think
think
because
that
he just displayed immense heart.
Yeah.
But for some reason, America still hasn't chosen Deontay Wilder in the way they did Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that in the sense of it's good for you guys from the UK coming over because I feel like right now the States are very in tune to British competition or combat sports competition. Do you feel the love from the American audience in that way?
Yeah, definitely. But like I said, I always have. I think the fact that we're legitimate competitors, you know. Normally, if you're getting an English guy over to fight an American, he's coming here to get knocked out, get a payday, go back to England. But now with your Anthony Joshua's and your Kell Brook, your Chris Eubank Jr.'s, your James DeGales, guys that have come over here and won world championships, it's like, okay, the Brits have caught up, or the Brits have got this new era of talent, and now it's made things a lot more interesting. The fact that as the number one unified bar one belt, I call it the unified Anthony Joshua, the best, the most marketable fighter of the time.
Sure.
Doesn't have to come to the States. Just shows, you know, the power is kind of swinging.
Oh, you
the
guys
other
are
way
lit over there, man.
A little bit.
Absolutely. Who's your favorite active boxer today?
It's a tough one because I love boxing. If you say an American then a Brit, then I can pick two because
American.
Terence Crawford.
My man.
Yeah, Terence Crawford.
British?
I like Kell Brook. I like Kell Brook because I just think he's talented. He's talented, but yeah, Kell Brook, Terence Crawford.
You have a favorite active mixed martial artist?
Right now, no. I like. I'm not really, to be honest with you. I'm not, unless I'm involved. I'm not really into the sport like that now. I'm just preparing for my fights and stuff, but there are some great fighters out there. There's a lot of up and coming talent. I couldn't think. If I say it now, I'm just picking one to pick one. There's not many guys that I watch.
Let's talk about Ryan Bader, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly another tournament guy that just won the heavyweight tournament. What do you think about the year this guy had? This guy was running through everybody, man.
It surprises me, you know, because to be honest with you, I didn't think Bader was going to do as well as he's done, and not just from his experience at the UFC, but I was out in Arizona and I trained a little bit at his gym, Power MMA, and it didn't look to me like he was doing anything different that was gonna, you know, he didn't look like the world beater that he has looked in recent times. But since he's moved from there, it seems like he's got his shit together and he's looked phenomenal, you know. So yeah, he's looked good. I think he's done well. You know, has the competition been sufficient enough to test him? An old Fedor. Who else was there? Mo, I thought, but Mo's a little too small.
Got you.
Who else did they have? But we'll see. He's a capable guy. We'll see what happens when he gets some stiff competition, some proper fight.
And last question: what is Paul Daly listening to right now?
What? There's a UK artist. He's called Tundi, actually, from Manchester.
Is that part of the grime movement?
He's kind of grime UK rap.
Okay.
But yeah, Tundi's
I'm gonna check him
He's
out
fire.
because we like grime. We know about Skepta. We know about Stormzy. We know about these guys over there.
I mean, Skepta's doing this thing. I was someone just asked me like, which UK which UK rapper,
Right.
and I think Skepta's the biggest. But as far as something a little underground, I like Tunde.
My man.
Check him
Nottingham's own. You already know what it is. Pretty left hook hitting you in your goddamn liver. Ah! Thank you, Paul.
Thank you very much.